federal banking agencies like the Fed, FDIC, OCC, instructed financial institutions to search Americans' legal transactions in attempts to surveil their purchases.
While they're bringing in more of these illegals, right? Janet Yellen wants to bring in more to keep the labor force up. She also wants to make sure that the government will be watching you while you legally transact with your friends and family, however you might go ahead doing that. Check this out at a congressional hearing yesterday.
Has Treasury, including FinCEN or federal banking agencies like the Fed, FDIC, OCC, instructed financial institutions to search Americans' legal transactions in attempts to surveil their purchases?
Well, we received a letter from you, I believe, on this topic, and we intend to investigate fully and to respond.
Have you instructed banks and financial institutions to provide this information?
Well, FinCEN's job is to work with financial institutions to make sure.
Are they instructing, ma'am, financial institutions to search Americans' legal transactions in attempts to surveil their purchases?
I promise a thorough look into everything.
Well, this is really
occurred.
concerning.
Lady, are you the one who has your job who might do something like that? So we're getting a non-answer as to whether the government is telling your bank that it can look into your financial transactions. Well, I can't say nobody's doubting. You're allowed to do with your money as you see fit. And you're allowed to buy things and you're allowed to lend money to people and whatever else. Why does the government allowed to put pressure on banks so that they can just open up the records on all of that? And again, I'm connecting that to everything else because they're constantly looking to screw you, right? They want to take your money and give $53 million in credit cards to feed these people while you are doing whatever the hell it is that you're doing, and you have your right to privacy and everything else, and they want to make sure that they can keep an eye on you for that. The next version of all of this, of course, is how they will try to regulate crypto. And fortunately, at least as it stands now, crypto, which is end-to-end encrypted technology. So if you send Bitcoin to somebody and it goes from your Bitcoin wallet to their Bitcoin wallet, the government has no way of regulating that, but they're working on it. And here is Janet Yellen explaining to Congress that they have got to figure out a way to do that because we can't have these people just buying a sandwich for a friend. We're the government, for God's sakes.
Council is focused on digital assets and related risks, such as from runs on crypto asset platforms and stablecoins, potential vulnerabilities from crypto asset price volatility, and the proliferation of platforms acting outside of or out of compliance with applicable laws and regulations. Applicable rules and regulations should be enforced, and Congress should pass legislation to provide for the regulation of stablecoins and of the spot market for crypto assets that are not securities. We look forward to continuing to engage with Congress on this. With this overview, I look forward to taking your questions on.
You get the point of all this. Why are they constantly trying find out more about what you're doing and figuring out more ways that they can regulate you and tax you and make sure that you can't send Bitcoin to a friend without them knowing why you did it, right? And it has nothing to do with, because the government's just looking out, you might be doing something mean and you might be selling drugs. No. You all know it. That's just the excuse to control every little bit of your life.